It is Monday morning, starting off the week with 14 items going out today. A lot of low-cost items, but some decent sales as well. Let's go through everything. Before I get started, all trading cards valued at less than $20 are getting shipped eBay standard envelope. It only costs 51 cents to ship. That's why I can ship those items for so cheap and still make a profit. First up, sold a pair of these vintage gloves, Wells Lamont. I've had these things for quite a while. They ended up selling for $13.49. Next up, sold a Magic card, Castle Ardenvale foil promo, sold for $2.99. Sold a Flare 94 Spider-Man card, Spider Demon, that sold for $2.99. Next up, I sold this band shirt. This shirt's pretty basic, nothing crazy about it, but did end up selling. Double-sided. I got $24.02 for that one, so not too bad. Let me put this to the side real quick. Next up, sold a Flare 94 card, another one, Silver Surfer, looks like sold for $2.99. Sold a DVD, this is pre-owned. This ended up selling for $11.99. EJ the Killer. Sold another DVD, Collateral Damage, Snapcase sealed, sold for $9.09. Let's see here, another Flare 94 card, Captain America, sold for $2.99. Another DVD, The Slipper in the Rose, that's pre-owned, sold for $13.99. Sold two of these, a little lot of two of these Flesh and Blood cards. These are actually just common cards too, so I'm happy to see those sell. Got $2.99 for that little lot. And sold a CD. This is sealed, sold for $9.99. Next up, interesting sale here. I got this jacket recently at the $20 fill a car sale. I don't know how to say this, I don't know how to pronounce that, but that name right there seemed like a very specific jacket. It's like a company or something. The jacket just looked nice and I could tell it was vintage, so I picked it up, threw it in my car for that just take whatever you want type sale. And I couldn't find anything about this on eBay, nothing in listings or sold, just like that has nothing on eBay at all. So I threw the jacket up for 50 bucks and didn't sell instantly, but I think after like a week or two it ended up selling for $49.99, so a really good sale here. And the interesting thing about that is the person who bought it, the jacket, that was their last name. So this was probably like a very specific item for a very specific person that ended up picking this up. And I'm honestly probably lucky that the right person found this thing, because like not everyone's going to want this jacket. But that's what eBay is for. You can't get something like that on any other website. It's for like one-of-a-kind items and just unique stuff like that. That's why eBay is cool. So very good sale there. Happy with that. Sold another CD, Collective Soul Greatest Hits, that's sealed, sold for $12.99. I have a bunch of copies of those. I sell them off at 13 bucks all day. And then last up, I sold this lot of two like Power Blast motorcycles. These things were incomplete and not even working, and I still got $19.99 for the lot. Tuesday morning, I have 8 things going out today. First up, sold a DVD, this Tremors Attack Pack. This is sealed, sold for $9.99. Next up, sold another DVD, The Bad Seed. This is also sealed, sold for $11.99. Next up, I actually have 3 video games going out, all to separate buyers. Yesterday, I listed 7 Wii games, and in 24 hours, 3 of them had already sold. So, that's why people are always trying to hunt video games. These video games, the discs have been resurfaced. They're crispy clean, so everything's good to go. First up, I got Mario Strikers Charged. This ended up selling for $19.99. Next up, we got Mario Kart Wii. That ended up selling for $29.99. And then next up, we got Wii Sports disc only. I got it in that regular DVD case though. That ended up selling for $24.99. So really good sales there. Let's see. Next up, I sold this Brooks Brothers shirt. Had this thing for a long time. Probably wouldn't pick something like this up again. Finally sold for $12.59. Let me put this to the side here. Sold a hockey card. This ended up selling for $7.99. Young Guns, Josh Norris. And then last up for the day, I sold a vintage t-shirt, one of these Rusty Wallace t-shirts. This one ended up selling for $19.99. For pre-owned disc-based video games, also DVDs, anything like that, I like to put a piece of bubble wrap inside the case before shipping it off. It prevents the disc from popping out during shipment and then getting scratched up, moving around all in the case. So just place that right there, close it up, and then there's no rattling, there's no shaking at all. The disc isn't going anywhere. It is Wednesday morning. I only have 4 things going out today. This is pretty embarrassing and disappointing. However, this is just how eBay goes sometimes. Let's go over what is going out though. First up, sold an NES game, Spy Hunter, that ended up selling for $8.99. Next up, sold another copy of this Josh Norris Young Guns card. I had 2 copies of this, and now they're both sold because I sold the other one yesterday. This also sold for $7.99. Next up, sold a PC game, the Ultimate Collection Zoo Tycoon 2. This is a good sale here. Ended up selling for $39.99, pre-owned. And then last up, sold a Magic card, Mystic Confluence. Ended up selling for $3.49. It is Thursday morning. Much better day today than I had yesterday. I have 12 things going out today, some pretty good sales as well. I'd like to mention how important listing is. 6 of these 12 items that sold today are items that I listed within the last couple days. So if I hadn't been listing stuff in the last couple days, I'd only have half the amount of stuff going out today. So yeah, keep that in mind. Let's see here. Also, today I'm probably actually only taking a half day. The new Strixhaven Magic set is coming out on Arena. So I'm probably just going to get this stuff packed up, shipped out, maybe list a few items, and then I'm going to be playing some Arena today. Take a day off, or take a half day. But yeah, let's go over everything that's sold. First up, I got this weird Galaxy Invader DVD. This is sealed, sold for $14.99. Next up, sold a GameCube game, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. This thing is in a Blockbuster case, and also the disc is like super scratched. It has marks on it and stuff. I did test the game out. It did work, but because the disc was in such bad shape, I priced this thing pretty cheap. Ended up selling for $14.99. I will take it though. Sold a DVD, Journey to the Center of the Earth, that's pre-owned, sold for $9.99. Sold this Y Schwartz trial deck. Had this thing for so long. It was on super sale, sold for $7.79. Fortunately, I still have another one of those in a multi-quantity listing. Sold another DVD, this anime High Kick, that's pre-owned, sold for $21.99. So DVD like this, this is like a little tip. There's lots of copies of this anime available for a lot cheaper than what I sold this for. However, they don't all have the same cover because the DVD was released in a different year. So this cover wasn't on there. There wasn't as many available. And that's why, like, I think you could buy this DVD for like $10, but not with this cover. So just because you see that the DVD is priced pretty cheap, you know, double check to make sure you have the exact version, because a different version can command a different price. Next up, sold this lot of Magic cards. These cards were not even worth listing individually, even with the eBay standard envelope, just junk cards. I priced these to sell though. This lot of 18 sold for $12.99. Just glad to get rid of those. Next up, got another DVD going out. This is pre-owned. This sold for $16.99, not too bad. Sold a couple McDonald's promo Pokemon cards. The Charmander sold for $19.99. And the Chespin sold for $5.99. That person's total was $25.98, so really good sale there. I'm gonna have to ship that first class, but still a solid sale. Sold another DVD, Snails in the Rain, that is sealed, sold for $29.99, solid sale. Sold a Wii game, Mario Super Sluggers, that is pre-owned, sold for $29.99. Then last up, I sold this little lot of Flesh and Blood cards, sold for $2.99. It is early Friday morning. I have 9 things going out today. After I get this stuff packed up and shipped out, I'm actually headed out to some yard sales. I have a decent amount to go to. You would have seen that video already at this point, but that's what I'm going to be doing right after shipping these things out, and that's why I'm up so early. Let's go through everything that's sold. First up, the sale of the day, this GameCube game, Zelda The Wind Waker. This sold for $70. I knew this game had value. I didn't realize it had that much value though, and I probably could have got more for it if the disc was in better shape and if the case was in better shape. The case is kind of messed up a little bit. Not too bad though. But yeah, $70 for this thing. I will take it. The game was tested. It did work fine. Everything's all good. Really good sale there. Next up, I sold a couple junk t-shirts. These are shirts I used to buy back in the day for super cheap just because they were cheap shirts, but I wouldn't pick stuff up like this again. Literally had these things in my store for years, a couple of years at least. This just basic Illinois shirt sold for $7.49. And then this basic Star Wars shirt sold for $7.59. Just glad to get rid of these. I'll probably only make a couple bucks on each of those sales, but I'll take it. Next up, sold a Magic theme deck, Swoop Apocalypse deck. This thing is super old, sold for $19.99. It's pre-owned. Pretty good sale there. Easy to ship that. Got some cards going out. This Captain America vs. Crossbones card, 93 Marvel, sold for $1.99. Got this 94 Marvel Flair Venom the Madness card. Pretty cool looking card. That one sold for $4.99. Sold another video game, this PS2 game, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix. So Some racing games, not all, can have value, and this is one of them that does. And it's because it's the dub edition remix, blah blah blah. The game is complete. The game was tested and worked. Got $39.99 for that game. Solid sale there. Yeah, so if you see racing games, look into them. They're not all valuable, but some of them can be. You'd be surprised. Sold a little magic card lot, Counterspell, from the revised set. This lot sold for $6.99. And then last up, sold a hockey card, ended up selling for $2.99. It is Saturday morning. I have 5 things going out today. First up, sold a DVD, The Chicago Bears Complete History. This is sealed, sold for $14.99. Next up, sold one of these vintage collection Hot Wheels. This one sold for $14.99 as well. Sold a hockey card, Young Guns card, sold for $2.99. Sold a DVD, Jackass number 2 unrated. That is sealed, sold for $9.09. Then last up for the day and also for the week, sold the CD, Bahama Breeze Jazz Island. That is sealed, sold for $20.67. And now for the numbers for the week. I had a total gross sales of $791.90. However, after fees and shipping and everything, I was left with a net of $538.52. So not bad at all. I will take it. If you haven't seen my garage sale video from yesterday, go check that out. And it looks like garage sales are going to be, I guess, in full force at this point. Usually in my area, it doesn't start till like end of May, June, where it's full force. But it looks like there's going to be sales. So keep a lookout. I'll be posting the garage sale videos whenever I go, which should be every week. Link to my eBay store is in the video description. Until next time.
Grabbing every broom I could possibly find. I'm stacking dividends up to the sky. I'm sweeping floors to make them look really nice. I got janitors asking me for advice.
Got some bonus footage here, a little bonus thrift haul. Nothing crazy here though. This is just all bread and butter items, but you know, I couldn't pass this stuff up. First up, I got this Starbucks like mermaid type mug. This was only $2. But yeah, I sold a Starbucks like mermaid scale mug before pretty quickly for like 25 bucks. This is not the same exact mug, but still I think this will do well for $2. Can't go wrong. Got a bunch of DVDs. This whole stack here is all sealed. Paid $1 each for these. Or this Blu-ray. This one and this one should be around $10. I just can't pass it up though. Like $1 to sell it for 10 after fees and shipping, you make 4 or 5 bucks. Like I don't know. I know some people don't like to do that, but I just can't leave those behind. These 2 Discovery Channel ones should be a lot better. I'm not for sure, but I'm thinking I can get at least 20 bucks for these. This one I forgot, but I picked it up. And then these 2 are nothing crazy, like $10 or less, but I figure I could lot them up together. So not too bad. Those are all sealed. And here is a Fireball like 5 DVD set. This was $1.50. This is pre-owned. All the discs are in good condition though. So yeah, not too bad. I'll take that. I forgot what I could get for that. Maybe like 15 or 20 or something. And then last up, got this lot of books. These are vintage Disney Wonderful World of Reading books. Yeah, I got a little lot of 8 of these. These are only 30 cents a piece, so I'll just make probably one giant lot on eBay and sell it like that. And I should do pretty well. Yeah, not too bad. I think with tax and everything, it was like $14 and some change for all this stuff.